Welcome back, everybody. This is the Benjamin, and you're watching Let's Play Soul Blazer. So we've conquered part of Leo's basement, taken out some evil helicopters and angry bulldozers. So let's see what we hath released. Talking to that cat. Oh, I see. It's like, yeah, it's the scorpion and the frog thing. We don't really like chasing rats, but it's kind of in our instinct, and we have to go after them. So how does the rat feel about that? He's like, would you get out of here? That's a very reasonable rat. I like that rat. He's just like, okay, that stupid thing, that damn cat's gonna eat me. Ay vey. So, our mobility right now is still kind of limited. Because, you know, there's a bunch of holes in this place, and the stairs are here now, which is awesome. And unfortunately, you can't talk to the stairs. But we are gonna see what the deal is with that one cat. See what this door has to say. Nothing! Alright, so what do we got, cat? What do we got, kitty? Let's poke him with the rod. Still sounds really, really dirty. What are you dreaming about? Oh. Oh, flashback! This is back when Dr. Leo had, you know, his house nicely renovated. But, this kind of goes back to when King Magrid was thinking about making a deal with Death Toll. Deal with the devil, so to speak. So, okay, so Dr. Leo, unlike what I said in the previous video, was thinking about the implications of his research. But, as we saw in the introduction, he was kidnapped by King Magrid. Because, yeah, so this is kind of a proto-environmentalist message. But, yeah, this is kind of like a commentary on fascism, I think. Like when you have an absolute ruler who can use science for evil. So, this was all basically against, ooh, wow, these guys are awful. This is the worst. King Magrid was such a dick. Dr. Leo was just a brilliant scientist who wanted to use his gifts for good, and he was essentially coerced into doing these things. So, I mean, it's kind of a cut and dry good versus evil thing, but that's okay. Yeah. Poor cat. Oh boy, we get something. Door key. Oh, that's cool. So let's, before we go into the model of town, and yes, we are going to be going into the model itself, we're going to open that door and see what's behind it. Because there might be a good thing. If I do remember, there was an armoire. So let's equip that key. And I believe you only have to use this once. There may be another door that's locked, but I think this is the only time that you have to do it. So, hello, cat. Ah. I try to talk to all the doors. That's just a hint. Oh, the mystic armor. All right, cool. Yay! We got new armor. So this is the next step. So that when you get hit by, when you take damage, you know how you flash for like a second and a half? Well, now it's more like 2.5 seconds. And also higher defensive capabilities. So now we're just gonna be, we basically have tank armor now, which is pretty cool. So once again, you won't have to worry about equipping the ice armor at any time in the future. But if you decide that you like really collecting gems, especially big ones, you can always keep the magic armor on, and you probably are not going to be facing any major consequences for that. Alright, now we're going to go into the model, just like we were the painting. So, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, you are in the kingdom of Lilliput, with these small creatures running around, trying to kill you. Actually, these little guys are probably the most annoying, because they just charge at you. They're like, ha ha ha, slay the giant! So, they are kind of annoying. These models of town do have a lot of, 20 monster layers. It just feels like craziness. And these archers are a pain in the butt, but that's why we got the light arrow. The light arrow solves all of our problems. Look at that. Boom. So cool. Alright. And so this is, the model towns are an interesting aspect of the game. I like them. I think they're really creative. But you do have to basically, have to slaughter some midgets. And, you know, even though you're like 3 times the size, apparently swinging over them still hurts them. So, I mean, look at that. You're probably not even hitting the guy. but it's still, the game's still like, oh, well, you know, 2D graphics can't really account for that. Yeah, there we are. Die. Well, thankfully now with the Mystic Armor and the other thing, the shield bracelet, we're in really, really good shape. So, yeah, we're going to make a bridge. So one thing that I should mention is that we are going to be encountering some enemies that you actually cannot see. You can still hit them, but you cannot see them, and that's something to keep in mind. And we're going to try to compensate for that just by... There's like a billion of them. Stupid archers. So that is something to keep in mind. You can still hit them, and we're going to try to hit them just by kind of using, like, you know, common sense and physics to our advantage. But there is a way to solve for the fact that you can't see them, which will be featured in this particular dungeon. So, yay! Kill the stupid little things. Ah, 2 for 1, 2 for 1. Yeah, the archers can be, like, kind of a pain in the ass if you get in their range, but at the same time, like, the archer's just gonna stand there forever. If you're over here, he's just gonna be like, doop 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 doop. Yep, just waiting for you to show up. But yeah, now we just reset the archers. Oh, where is this? Where is that area? That does not look like any part of the house that we've been. Suspicious. Alright, so now we have to kill these archers again. They just resetted it, so... I like the little dudes on chariots. They're like, avast! Avast. Well, okay, maybe not avast, that's what pirates say, but... I don't know. Ahoy. No, that's also what pirates say. Forsooth. No, that's what sorcerers say. That's kind of like what... That's what like a mystical wizard would say. It's forsooth. Or, I don't know. Or some really pretentious theater major. One of the two. One of the two. Alright, so let's kill these archers, since they're back. And they're just, yeah, this is where, like, you really have to use light arrow or some kind of magic, because otherwise those archers are just going to be totally out of range. It's going to be ridiculous. Mouse! We're releasing a lot of mice. I feel like... I feel like it does kind of make sense, though, because obviously Leo's lab has been uninhabited for quite some time, and therefore it would make sense that, you know, some mice and some rodents and maybe some cockroaches and some... possibly some other, you know, uncomfortable creatures would come up and take over this place, but at the same time, Leo is a crazy cat man, because we've already seen 3 cats, I think 4 cats, and one of them was dreaming about him, so he's a regular Ace Ventura, that one is. Oh, yay, a chest of drawers, another talking armoire. He does have a lot of these. I mean, it's just kind of amazing that we get the impression that Leo mostly lives by himself. You know, there's no wife to speak of, or although maybe he did have one at some point. Maybe she's dead or something. But that's a lot of space. And obviously a huge basement, which kind of makes sense because he's probably running all kinds of experiments. But at the same time, it's like, you know, do you really need like 3 armoires? I mean, how many clothes do you have? He doesn't strike me as somebody that's like, you know, a fashion guru or what have you. Alright, so, how we doing? Oh, 11 left. Getting there. And these archers I will make quick work of these archers. And we're going to be encountering the Invisa enemies fairly soon. Alright, so that bridge is going to make crossing a little bit easier. And now once we go into... See those things right there? Those things are not visible. But we can still kill them, see? We just killed one. So, wherever those spikes are protruding from, that is where the enemy is. But don't worry, we will be dealing with this soon enough. You can just kind of muscle through. You might as well kill them. It's just that when you first play this game, like, it really does kind of freak you out that there's these, like, invisible spikes emerging from somewhere. It's really not fun. But, it does happen. And a great door. Hello, door. Ah. A door talking to itself. Ah, yes, yes indeed. So, this is actually a good place to just briefly walk out of this town, and talk to that door. So, let's just go, and, you know, we'll be right back. It's right next door. Right next door. No pun intended. Yeah. Another spirit. It's a holy door, ladies and gentlemen. A holy puerta, so to speak. So, this guy lets you see invisible enemies in the model town. So this is, what is the proper term? The soul of detection. So again, this is a one-time use soul, basically, for this particular level. See, you can actually see there's like a little bit of a spatial distortion there. Well, check this out. Whoop! We can see you now. We can see the spiky things. However, those tractor spike enemies are not the ones that we're really concerned about. The ones we're really concerned about are going to be these invisible catapult enemies that are going to be showing up later. So, yep. And we've got a bunch of gems, which is always a good thing. Cool. Alright, so, yep, I can see you. Have the power. But yeah, those are the enemies that we're really preoccupied with, is those dudes over there. So, how do we get there, actually? I think we have to keep marching. Yep. Okay, so, here we are. Yeah, you couldn't see these guys before, and it would be a little bit of a pain to try to deal with them, especially since they're shooting catapults at you. Invisible catapults, and so forth. So, kind of necessary. And now we, of course, have some treasure chests to grab. So, yay. Did-it-did-it-did-it! Gems! Did-it-did-it-did-it! Medical herb. Oh, yeah. So, except for that one time against the skeleton, I haven't died in this game yet, which is surprising, because usually when I play this game, even though I've done it a billion times before, I still somehow magically end up dying more than once. It's really quite an accomplishment, considering how many times I've played this game, how often I've died, but, alas, it happens. Okay, so, hello, give us some EXP. Thank you, because we don't really need to... we really don't need your ability to warp us out, because literally we can... This is not a very big screen. We can just kind of walk in and walk out. Alright, 7 monster layers left. And we're gonna take care of these, make short work of these archers. They're using stealth, or at least they're trying to. They're thinking that they're using stealth, even though their methods are questionable. Oh, there's 2 more monster layers. And of course we got the catapult. And just one. That's convenient. I like how there's only one catapult. Another mouse. Ah! A mouse in front of like a sarcophagus or something? He's he's a mummy worshipper? That'd be so cool if that were the case. Yay, we're gonna release something else. Stairs! I like it when you release stairs. So that leads basically to the attic, it looks like. I can't tell for sure, but it's definitely a 3rd floor of some kind. Alright, so we got 3 left. I believe that we can do this. If we can defeat Mr. Rocking Horse Chariot dude. Oh my god, we gotta get rid of these damn tractors. Leave A. And by the way, I don't think that you could actually, unless you equip the Zentestu sword, I don't think that you could actually kill those, like, the tractor thingies. So, alright, so now we opened up a path to out. This is it's so convenient how just easy they make it for you to exit this model of town, which I think is nice, because we are, you know, we are basically committing genocide on the prosperous kingdom of Lilliput. I mean, look at this place. Like, they got towns, they got economic infrastructure, they got fields where they grow crops, and I kind of feel like we're just being a huge douche right now, just, you know, raining on their parade and destroying their civilization. Oh, there's another model town. Yeah, so there's 2 of these babies. Isn't that fun? But yeah, it's like, I don't know. At least we're not destroying, like, the, at least we're not burning the buildings or something. We're at least being somewhat civil. Alright, cool. So, we've managed to get through the first model of town. We have a bunch of new stuff released in Leo's lab, so what are we going to do from there? Find out in the next episode of Let's Play Soul Blazer. This is the Benjinator, and thank you guys for watching.